Tonight's comedian is from right here in Nashville. That's right, right here. But he performs all over the country. He has opened for comedy icons such as Gilbert Gottfried, Arsenio Hall, Kevin Hart, and the legendary Dick Gregory. And he's got a brand new dry bar comedy special coming out soon. It's called Southern Comfort. He's a very funny man. You're going to love him. Give him a warm welcome. The Mike James. Welcome him, please.
Hey, everybody excited? How y'all doing? Good, man. I'm excited just to be out the house. I don't know. This last 2 years was rough. Remember how positive we were at the beginning of the pandemic? It was like, maybe this is God's way of saying that we need to be around the people we love. I felt like that for like 2 hours. Now I was like, I gotta get out of here. I'm about to kill somebody. Shout out to all the couples that made it through the pandemic. That was not easy. That was not easy. I'm married, I know that wasn't easy. Because I don't care how long you've been with somebody, how much you loved them, at some point during the pandemic, you hated them. You know? I knew my wife hated me. I knew she hated me when she told me I breathed too much. I didn't even know you could do that. You know how like we were watching a movie, you know how you feel somebody looking at you? She was looking at me ugly. I was like, what? She was like, why you breathe so much? I was like, I'm trying not to die. What do you do? I don't know. I'm tall, I'm 6'5". Got to talk about that because people get weird. I get it, you know, because you got expectations for tall people. You know, because if you see somebody 6'5" on TV, they're usually dunking on people. You know? But if you're 6'5" and you're not in the NBA, it does not matter what you do for a living. People just look at you like you didn't make it. That's how they look at me. Like, you're a brain surgeon, that's cool. So did basketball not work out? Is that how you fell in that position? These expectations. Y'all think tall people are strong. I don't know where y'all got that from. I was in Costco one day, I'm on the aisle, right? And this lady walks up to me, she's like, hey, excuse me, can you hand me that box off the top shelf? So I'm looking, I'm like, wait. Like, you talking about this air conditioner? Like I'm just tall, I'm not a forklift, ma'am, I don't know. I'm saying married with 2 kids. I got a 12-year-old son and an 8-year-old daughter. The kids are great, they're in school, they're real smart. Gets me nervous with them being in school because I hated school because I got picked on a lot when I was in school and I don't want my kids to have to deal with that. You know? I got picked on because I was an awkward-looking kid coming up, I'm gonna be honest. I was real skinny. I used to have these real thick glasses I used to wear. I used to hear I was ugly all the time. Worst thing I ever heard was in 7th grade. This is true. I heard, you know, if you weren't so skinny and if you didn't have those glasses on, if you weren't so ugly, you could be my boyfriend. Which bothers me. To this day, it still bothers me. I'm gonna tell you why it still bothers me, all right? It's because the dude that said it to me was a teacher, and I really don't feel like that's appropriate. I'm like, he's supposed to build me up, not tear me down, sir. That's not how that's... Kids are great, man. They growing up fast. Happens so quick, too. Like, I remember, like, when they were born, like, yesterday. I still remember when my wife told me she was pregnant with my daughter. I was so scared for my wife, too. I was, because she said that she wanted to have this baby naturally. I don't know if y'all know anything about natural childbirth, but that means she didn't want to have an epidural. I was like, ooh, that's probably gonna hurt. I know y'all ladies looking at me like, Mike, come on now, you a dude. You do not know the pain of childbirth. That is fair. But let me say this. I have eaten too much cheese and tried to use the bathroom. That had me crying, you know? My wife ran to the bathroom. She was like, are you okay? I was like, I think I'm crowning. You need to get some water and a towel. Something is happening, man. Getting older too, man. So I don't have the same patience I used to have when I was younger. Like, I can't deal with, like, silly stuff, you know? Big thing. One thing I don't like people that text and drive. You know, you've seen people doing that, texting and driving. That's very dangerous. You can kill somebody. So if you're doing it, please stop. I was on the interstate. Yeah, seriously. I was on the interstate one day and I had my kids in the back seat. And I saw this car swerving all over the interstate. The closer I got to the car, I see it's a guy, and he's texting on his phone, you know. And he's doing that thing where he's so into it, he's like trying to text with both hands and drive with his knee. Yeah, I lost it, because that's dangerous, you know, and I got my kids in the back seat. He's swerving all over the place. One time he swerved so hard that he almost hit us, so I had to like swerve to keep him from hitting us, and that made me spill my tequila. I'm like, yo, this is very... I had to call the police. That was top shelf. I was like, this is unacceptable, very irresponsible. Tell you who I really don't like, though. I don't like people that don't snore. Yeah, people that don't snore, y'all are the biggest jerks. Because you always judge us snores. Do you think we do that on purpose? Y'all don't understand what we go through. You don't know what it's like to not be able to fall asleep in public. You don't know what that's like. Like, I fell asleep on a plane. Oh, my goodness. I woke up, everybody looked concerned. The flight attendant was charging a defibrillator. I was like, ma'am, I am not dying. I am just drowsy. I don't know. Y'all think we doing that on purpose? Y'all act like it. You ever have them wake you up asking you dumb questions? Hey, wake up. Why are you snoring so loud? Hey, do you hear yourself? Like, I am asleep. I don't know what I'm doing. My wife act like I'm just laying in bed thinking to myself, what can I do to make her kick me in my back every 15 seconds? Like, oh, I got it. I'll struggle to breathe all night to teach her a lesson. Guys, thank y'all so much. I'm Mike James. Really enjoyed you. Thank you.
Oh. Mike, that was awesome.
Thank you.
We are thrilled to have you here.
Thank you, sir.
This audience loved you, and I loved having you.
Thank you.
And by the way, if you want to see more of the great comedy from Mike James, and I know you do, head to Huckabee.tv. We got the links directly to Mike James and all of his comedy.